What's up, guys? It's your boy Tom Bell from Viralstyle.com. Guys, I got a banger of a case study for you guys. Not one, not two, not three, 4 campaigns within the same niche that did over $100,000 in profit. The number one question I always get is, what's a winning campaign and what does it look like? And guys, that is what we are here to show you today. Quick disclaimer, these are not active campaigns on the site. We do have permission from the sellers to show them to you for educational purposes. That does not mean that you can't test them. But if you're going to test them, be a decent human being. Don't rip off the design. Make one for yourself. And I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. As you know, the main reason for me is to teach you guys how to do this stuff, and then you use Viralstyle as your print-on-demand platform. We have built the easiest way to get started in print-on-demand. You do not need storefronts. You do not need apps. You do not need to pay subscriptions. All the marketing features are built in, and it's free. So let's go. And as you know, I have a very unique perspective on the print-on-demand industry. As an insider at Viralstyle.com, I get to see everything that goes live on the site. I see what's working, I see what's not, okay? And I'm gonna be able to show you an insider's look of winning campaign dashboards. I'll show you the analytics. I'll break down the campaign itself, show you why the design worked. We'll talk about how they could possibly do the targeting. And I'll even show you some ideas of how you can make it yourself. So if that is something that you wanna see, I'm gonna keep doing this, and you need to subscribe to the channel. And number 2, comment if you have any questions about what I'm talking about. I will be responding to them personally. With that being said, let's jump right into it. All right, guys, here is the first winning design. This is what an awesome papa looks like. Now, what's cool about this design is it's very aesthetically pleasing. This is a very good design, actually. I really like this one. So clearly, they're targeting the grandfather niche. Now, what you should recognize is Papa is just one name for a grandfather. So this is a sub niche of a larger grandfather niche. So this is what an awesome Papa looked like. This is clearly something that was given as a gift. So he didn't buy this for himself. I mean, there may be an opportunity, there may be a couple that did. But to me, this looks like somebody gave them this as a gift. Now, what you'll notice is that this is very aesthetically pleasing. Like I said, the fonts are all aligned perfectly. There's 3 or 4 different types of fonts. And to me, this looks like something that you would find on like a Shutterstock or something. It's kind of like a pre-built design, and you just change the words to make something fit into it. So keep that in mind when you're looking for design. So that is the design. Here's all the options he chose. He led with the hoodie. So that he probably was selling this during the winter time. And this is how much he made. $14,657 in profit, guys. Again, this is profit. This isn't a vanity metric like revenue, okay? This is actually how much profit he made. 900 orders, 935 units sold, 22,000 units here. 4% conversion rate, guys. That is a very good conversion rate for e-commerce. You know you got a winner when something like that's popping. Now, the one thing I do notice about this chart here is this guy's a pretty good scaler, okay? So as you can see, it took him about a full month to reach his peak of his scaling. So what he was doing is was found a winner and kept incrementally scaling that winner up until he hit max, cost per purchase, right? And then what you see is he kind of scales it back downwards and then lets it run for another almost 2 months, okay? Now, this is one of the things you need to notice about this is he's not spending a ton of money here. He's just finding a point where he's making profit and he's letting it run. And he's not overdoing it. He's not trying to overscale it. And he's just trying to maximize the profit on the campaign. And that's one of the things you got to think about is you find one of these, you can incrementally scale. You just check on it in the morning and at night. And as long as it's making money, you just let it run and you go find more to build on, okay? So that's a very good chart. So UTM Variables, okay? So if you're not familiar with UTM Variables, you haven't been watching my case studies, UTM Variables are just a string of code that you can add to the end of a URL that you can use to track individual ads and how they're performing. Now, this guy did not use that. It looks like it says blank, so he was just using Facebook ads platform to track his stuff here. UTM Variable from Viralstyle is our marketplace. That's a good show of how many views we got here. Visitor referral traffic though, majority Facebook. Direct is, essentially just from an ad is what it's saying. And Facebook.com is obviously Facebook. But marketplace referrals, guys, 1,100 visits, organic from the Viralstyle marketplace. That is huge. 26 orders from the marketplace itself, an additional $260 profit. That is powerful stuff. He did not pay for those. That is a full profit right there. No upsells on this campaign. Unfortunately, if you're unfamiliar with upsells, they're a very easy way to create additional average order value, okay? So we look at around 5 to 15% take rate on those upsells. And Viralstyle allows you to have 2 one-click upsells after the initial purchase. So what that actually means is when somebody buys the product, before they go to the thank you page, we give you the opportunity to do 2 pop-ups. It says, okay, you can get the same design in a different product for a discount. Or you could do a second one that says, hey, here's a similar product within that niche that you can get for a discount. And 5 to 15% of the time, they will take that. And guys, you already pay for these customers. You should be milking them for all they're worth. Don't quote me on that. So definitely be using upsells. It's an easy way to make more money, okay? So products. Black unisex tees, obviously one of the top selling products on our site. All dark colored products with light colored designs seem to sell the best. So keep that in mind while you're creating your designs. You want to do light colored designs, put them on dark colored products. Navy, dark heather, black, charcoal, you get the gist here. Now, what you also want to notice is that hoodies was the 4th highest selling product. Those have a much higher profit margin than t-shirts. Okay, so let's talk about the regional visitors. So this guy stuck mainly to the United States. Doesn't look like he tried to scale worldwide, which is completely fine. He found his profitability and was happy with it and just let it run. So he wasn't building up his audiences and trying to scale worldwide. This one, he just let run, made his profit and moved on. Doesn't look like he segmented smartphones from anything like that. This is a typical split between smartphones and desktops. All right, let's jump into number 2. I'm called Papa because I'm way too cool to be called grandfather. Again, a Papa sub niche of the grandfather niche. Now, this design is actually pretty cool. They took some time on this. They made it a little darker, a little grungier, like cool, right? Looks like they had some layering on the text here to make it look grungy. The text is very aesthetic and aligned to the center of the shirt. The red pops. It's a pretty cool shirt. I would actually probably get this for a grandfather as well. So what you want to see here is they were pointing out, like let's say the Papa is red, right? They put some accents on the red down here, little stars. Still, they're staying within that sub niche of the grandfather niche, and it's all based on the phrase, guys. This is something that a grandfather would actually wear, right? Probably one with a mustache, right? So that's why they added that there. Same thing, 3 simple products they chose, dark colored products they chose, and it was a winner. Let's take a look at what they did. $14,300 in profit. Over 1,000 units sold, guys. 10,000 visitors. Got 10% conversion rate. I'm going to reach out to this guy and ask him what happened and why he stopped, because at 10% conversion rate, that is extremely high. I feel like he ran out of gas or something or something. I got to find out what happened there, because at a 10% conversion rate, 10% of the people that come to the site are actually buying it. That is astronomically high. So we have to follow back up with that guy and figure out what happened here. But it looks like he did what I call a max revenue scaling. You can see that it peaked very fast. So he already had this dialed in. He knew his audience and he found the winners very quickly. Maybe he was getting very low cost per purchase really fast and decided to just throw as much money as he could. He reached max revenue very quickly within the first couple of days and then scaled down from there. Now, the reason a lot of guys will do this is because this business is very cutthroat, and I'm just being honest. if somebody sees the winning design, they try and test it with you, they're going to try and steal your sales. So that's the reason some of these guys do it. I don't recommend doing it that way. There's plenty of stuff out there. So went fast, scaled low, $14,000. UTM Variables, didn't use them on this one. Visitor traffic, mainly Facebook, but look at the Viralstyle visitors from the marketplace. 2,400 views, 43 units sold, additional $500 in profit, guys. Cannot beat that. $500 in profit for doing nothing but setting it up on Viralstyle, okay? No upsells on this one, unfortunately. Unisex cotton tee, again, black, navy, black, royal. All dark colors with a light colored design on the front of them. Look at the regional visitor traffic, mainly United States. It looks like he got some organic traffic from different countries, but it does not look like he tried to scale this one worldwide either. Again, also just ran straight traffic from desktop and smartphone. Guys, there's actually desktop being first. That shows me that he probably noticed that he was getting more sales from desktop and decided to run a little bit more traffic to the desktop, and he segmented those two. So usually smartphone is number one. So that's what that shows me right there. All right, guys, that's 2 campaigns, $30,000 already. Let's crank it up a notch. And coming in number 3, we got Grandpa. Like a regular grandpa, only grumpier. It's pretty funny, actually. It's kind of got that tongue-in-cheek humor about being a grumpy grandfather. Again, totally see this as a gift to a grandfather. Imagine him opening it up and everything like that. What's cool about this one is actually a dark colored design on a light shirt. You don't see very many of those. They typically don't sell as well, but you can offer different types of products. Now, I'm not sure why they chose the pink. Clearly, it worked for them though, because look at this. $16,300 in profit on this campaign. 922 orders, 945 units, 52,000 visitors. Wow. 2% conversion rate on that. And this is just a beautiful, nice scale up, scale down curve. You can tell this guy knows what he's doing, actually. So he took it in the beginning of November, scaled it up slowly, made the most money he could, got the CPA right where he wanted, or CPP right where he wanted it to be. If you don't know what CPP is, that's cost per purchase. It's an ad term. But he got it right where he wanted it. So he's making a ton of money. And then when it started to raise, he just started to lower the budget so Facebook would keep it where it's at. And he just scaled it down perfectly. That is a very good scaling up and down right there. UTM Variables, doesn't look like he used any, but this guy actually must have been put on our, what we call our trending section on Viralstyle. So if we got a campaign that's doing really well, we notice it, we'll put it up on the homepage. This guy got 128 views from that alone. Got 6 orders, $103. And then also, obviously just Facebook ads as a referral. No upsells on this one. Now, if you look over at the products here, it's a little different because obviously it's a light colored product in a dark design. So there's not going to be any dark colored products here. One of the ones that always does very well is sports gray. And actually sports gray looks good with a light colored design as well. So a lot of like top selling products will also throw in a sports gray, even if it's a light design. So keep that in mind as well. Clearly was the best seller on this one. White became the second, but by a very large margin. So we'll move down to the regional visitors. This guy definitely scaled worldwide. And that's what I love to see. United States, United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, those are all English-speaking countries. And what he did here is he scaled it up very nicely where he was getting enough data for people that had buying intent. So add to carts and buyers and people that are purchasing. And he's able to take that data, put it into a custom audience, and then you can create lookalike audiences. So Facebook will find more people exactly like those people that have bought or added to cart, right? So now what you can do is you can do that in the United States. Then you can do it in the United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, all these English-speaking countries because it's obviously English on the design. And he scaled worldwide. He had 10,000 visitors, 10,000 views in United Kingdom, 3,000 Australia, 3,000 in Canada. And he got sales in all of them. So that's a very, very good sign that this guy knows what he's doing. Visitors, majority mobile phone traffic. So this guy clearly understood that he was making more money just by sending it to mobile phone users. So he essentially turned off ads to desktops and tablets so they would just focus strictly on mobile phone users. That is a pro move too. Now, when I was actually setting this up, I noticed something on his account. Let me show you. Number one, this guy's a beast. $159,600 in profit. That wasn't what I was trying to show you guys, okay? What I wanted to show you was he tried this same design, but he had a different font, okay? But that design did $12,000 itself. So not only did he get the $16,000 from the one winner, he got another $12,000 from that. So that's a total of $28,000 from this one design. I did not know that coming into this case study. I just found that. But just goes to show you, winning designs win. Doesn't really matter what the font looks like. But he found one that worked better, and he ran with that one harder, okay? All right, guys, so I've already showed you 3 designs. Over 45, actually more because I found that 4th one. But over $50,000 in just those. And what I tell you in the beginning, I had over $100,000 in campaigns to show you. This one is an absolute banger. And here is the winning design. If Papa can't fix it, we're all screwed. That's actually pretty funny. And it actually plays on the fact that grandfathers can fix anything, right? Like that's, my grandfather built things. He was the guy, he would show up at Christmas with, things he had built by hand, little reindeers and shit. It was pretty cool, actually. So if Papa can't fix it, we're all screwed, right? Very, very well done design here. All the words are different, fonts and sizes, and they all fit very aesthetically. They got the power drill in there. It looks like he's using a screwdriver as like a exclamation point on one side. Very cool design. Very well done. I can see why this did so well. He did a light colored design on dark products. Only chose 4 products for this one. But he did $52,000 in 1 month on one design. Absolutely insane on this one. So 2,800 orders, 2,900 units, 72,000 visitors at a 4% conversion rate. Just incredible. Okay. This guy did what I was talking about before, where he just maximized revenue. He ran the revenue up as high as he could. And then once he got to a point where he felt comfortable with the profit, he just let it run. And if the cost per purchase got too high, he'd lower the ad spend a little bit, and he just kind of let it drift off. And at a certain point, you could see the crossover of the visitors and the profit. That seems to be where he was probably scaling down, and he was getting more organic traffic than anything. And then he just let it go. But with that being said, he did looks like he was using some UTM variables, but didn't run much traffic with it. But for the most part, just strictly Facebook ads platform to track his ads. But what I want to show you here, after the referral traffic, look at the Viralstyle marketplace traffic. 13,500 views on this product alone. 13,500 organic views on this traffic, or on this campaign. 250 units sold, an additional $4,000 in profit, guys. You got $4,000 in profit just from being in the Viralstyle marketplace. That is powerful, okay? No upsells. Can you imagine if this guy did upsells? Absolutely would have crushed it. I have no idea why he didn't do upsells on this. Again, black cotton tees was the #1 selling product. Dark heather was #2, navy. Black unisex tees are just, they dominate the marketplace, just hands down. What's interesting is all of those sales, or majority of those sales, came from the United States. He did not scale this worldwide. Now, I can't see what his ads were looking like, but to me, if you have that much traffic and that much profit, you have to be making a shitload of money. And the fact that he didn't try and scale this worldwide kind of confuses me. Now, with the visitor traffic, it looks like he stuck mainly to smartphones, but it also looks like he might have segmented each of these individually and ran them. So he does kind of know what he's doing, clearly. Let me show you his total account. Now I'm going to blur out the actual products and the names and stuff, but $52,000 on one campaign was definitely not his top campaign. $450,000 in profit on this guy in a few months. Look at this one. $88,000 in profit on this one campaign. I'm not going to go and blow this guy's top off, but dang, this guy knows how to scale print-on-demand products. So with all that being said, let's talk about the targeting. Now, with something like this, it's a little bit more difficult because it's a gift, right? So when you're thinking about a gift, you have to think about who is actually giving the gift. Now, the cool thing about the grandfather niche is that there's literally, everybody's got a grandfather, right? I mean, hopefully, or at some point had a grandfather. And when you're thinking about giving gifts, to me as a father, this looks like something that I would give my dad from my son. So that's the first thing that I think about. So if I was going to do something like that, this is how you would do the targeting, okay? So in the targeting, you can actually target parents. Now, what's cool about this is you can actually segment it by the age of the kid. So imagine like it's Christmas time or whatever, it's his birthday coming up or whatever it is. You get the gift, you make it kind of from the grandkid, and the grandkid brings up the gift to him, whatever. It's this whole thing, right? So with that age in mind, I would probably go between 3 to 5 years to 9 to 12 years, because at that point it's kind of still cute and this whole thing. So that is the targeting that I would choose as a testing for giving a gift of this nature. Okay. So how could you take a design like this and make it your own? Okay. First of all, we talked about this in the beginning, but there are tons of different names to call grandparents. We only saw the one. Those are all Papa. Here's all the traditional grandfather names that you can find. If you come down here, Papa is somewhere here in the middle. Big Daddy, Big Pa, Grandfather, Grandpa, Grandpappy, Grandpappy. Like, you could easily take those designs, change the name out, and try and run them, because somebody doesn't call their grandfather Papa. They call him Pop or Grandpa or Big Daddy. Big Daddy. That's kind of cool. If I was a grandfather, I would be called Big Daddy. But there's also more modern names. My son calls my dad Paco for some reason, but that's a whole nother story. Yeah, I mean, there's Bubba, Boss. I mean, these are a little bit of a stretch. You get the gist of it, right? You can easily go and find grandfather sub-niched designs that you could recreate and have winners like these guys. All right, guys, so there you have it. 4, maybe, I guess 5 big campaigns, all within the same exact niche, all over $10,000, one banger over $50,000, guys. Who's showing you this stuff? No one else can show you this stuff, only me, okay? Because I have access to all the winning campaigns on Viralstyle, and I get permission from the sellers to show you guys. You're seeing what the numbers these guys are putting up. This is not small potatoes here, okay? So hopefully you got some value out of that. Hopefully I explained things correctly. If you have any questions about anything I talked about, please make sure you comment below so I can respond to them. I want to have some dialogue with you guys. You guys can help me, moving forward with the content if you ask me questions. So make sure you subscribe. And if you're unfamiliar with Viralstyle and this incredible platform we built, guys, it's free to use. Sign up. I'm going to be your guy. You can contact me directly. And if you're using another platform or another service and you're kind of tired of them, or they just don't listen to you, or there's some faceless corporation, I'm your guy. I want to make some deals. There's a questionnaire below in the description that you can fill out, that we can get in touch and see what we can do to get you to switch over to Viral Style. We got better prices. We got a ton of products, guys. This is the time to make stuff happen. And with that, let's make some money together. Let's go.